Hey everyone, we are back with Martian Hate Bear. It's an updated version of the deck that went to Worlds and did pretty well. And as you can see, packs plenty of account siphons. Packs Rebirth if they start icing up things too much. Also has Cutlery, Eater, all this good jazz. The latest additions, however, are Counter Surveillance to benefit with massive multi-access when you get loads of tags, and also Mars for Martians, so you can get even more money based on the number of tags that you have. Our opening hand is pretty good. We have two siphons, we have money, and we have draw, so I'm going to keep this. And we'll see what variant of HB ETF they're on. Wizard with Siphon is something that you have to expect these days. Siphon, as a general rule, is good to expect. It seems to be everywhere, especially at like the top tables, or if you want to be competitive, it is the thing to play. So conservative opening from HB gives us no idea what they're on. So let's just day job, take lots of money. Next turn, ideally, we will draw into our Eater and be able to start plugging away pretty fast. And they're going to res Estelle Moon, of course they are, and get a couple of installs off that. So we're going to have to keep them honest. But they may install over, yeah, there we go. So we can face check. If it's an architect, that is not great, obviously. So it may be better to just drop instead. If we leave this too long, however. And architect will also allow them to get back against assembly lines. So we need a breaker of some sort. So let's draw. That is what we're looking for. But we can't go this turn because you run into other difficulties, such as, and we've underdrawn, so now we can't pitch this. So we're going to have to draw and hope that this isn't something good. Let's pitch this, and now we can run next turn. Liberated was a mistake. So we'll run here, and then run here, trash this. We do pack Salsa Slums as well, just a one of. So hopefully we can find it. But first click, let's run at server 1. We have them called Ultra just in case. We can also get through a Fairchild. We cannot get through an IQ, however. Was not expecting that. So let's run server 4 first. Adonis, which we will trash. Let's draw, and let's just gamble. So it might be worth actually just poking HQ, maybe even just throwing a blind account siphon. IQ is going to be annoying, however. Interesting include, because obviously the usual ETF is Fairchild, which you can just go through. But they're being conservative with their moons, possibly. Making sure that they don't overdraw too much, which is a concern when you are playing the asset spam game. So advanced assembly lines, presumably they'll use it here to install. Yep, fair enough. Let's run server 6. This of course could be the agenda. Right, that's going to stop us. Let's draw. Forked is good at some point in time, but not right now. Was not expecting this. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And let's take more money. We'll get rid of Plascrete. Hopefully they're not trying to kill us. And if they are, well, we just have to keep siphoning on them until they can't possibly kill us. Jeeves comes up, and they're going to get an agenda out. And we need to find more of our breakers. So let's draw. Put this down and take money. Get rid of a forked, I think. Yeah, we're in a dicey spot at the moment. Do want to take our Jeeves, but we need to find any sort of breakers. MK Ultra's down. We'll get our Eater and can deal with code gates and things like that if necessary. But we also have the regular from the heap breakers too. Alright, so it's pretty much come and get it. Let's see. Siphon doesn't do enough to stop them. We need to find 2 breakers. And 2 actual breakers at that. Draw. Obelisk does not help us. Let's take a look somewhere though. We need to try and stop this from happening. This is a very strange HB deck. And Cortex Lock is going to be expensive. And we get our medium, which will be useful, but possibly not just yet. So, are they going to get a 3-pointer here? In which case we're very, very behind. Another corporate sales. But they can continue to jam, and there's not much we can do about it. Except throw 1, 2, 3 siphons at them. Doesn't net us much, but it does hurt them. A little. Sure, we'll do this again. So we've brought them down a fair bit, but they do have 2 corporate sales, they also have Jeeves, so not a huge amount to worry about. Next turn may actually be Deja Vu Siphon, Deja Vu Siphon. Oh, we're in a bit of trouble. Okay, what can we do to get through here? We need to find Paperclip. Which is not that. We can inject to hopefully find it. No, the one thing we trash is medium. So I guess we'll put down same old thing as a we're going to siphon you again if you don't stop us. Check R&D. Now we need to start putting on just random pressure. Oh, biotic labor is going to cause us problems. And put down same old thing, I think. Get rid of the Liberator is probably the worst card that we have. Because as is, we can get 6 card access with Counter Surveillance. Of course, they could just finish the game here. That is not the right one. So yeah, that was rough. They managed to rush us out with all sorts of unpleasantness. And our Paperclip wasn't coming for absolutely ages, neither was our Black Orchestra. So yeah, we were always in trouble. Eater was finally coming, and Rebirth, but not quick enough. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We'll do a back-to-back game because this one was pretty quick. Hello everyone, we are back with Martian Hate Bear. To be honest, it hasn't been going so well for me. The draw has been bad, to say the least. Oh. So I apologise if there's been any audio issues of late, or for the audio issues of late. I don't quite know what's happened. Maybe a connector coming loose and then just magically fixing itself. Back to the game at hand. Titan wants to go quickly. This hand will not help us keep up. No breakers that we really need. No draw. Let's go again. This is okay. There's some money, but It won't help us with a turn 1 score. No siphons. Ooh, open HQ though. So let's draw. Still no siphons. Let's money. Let's put down Obelisk and let's run HQ. See if we can pick anything up. Get some knowledge at the very least. Trigger light. Okay, good to know. And we get a draw out of that as well, which is always good. So advanceable ice out of Wayland has suddenly become good. You're looking at Hortum, Massilus and Colossus are pretty good pieces of ice. Still no icing up of HQ, which works well for us if we can ever draw into the bits and pieces we need. There we go. So let's fire this off. Runability, which means we have 7 max hand size, so we might as well take a look at HQ now. And we see Audacity. Okay, they're going to be able to score very quickly and with not much money. So this is one of our new cards we're playing, Counter Surveillance. Make a run. If successful, you pay X, which is the number of tags you have, to access that many cards. You have to pay how many tags you have though, which I've gotten caught out in the past with because I'm like, oh, I have 15 tags, I'll run HQ. Oh no, wait, because I'd have to pay 15 credits to see 4 or 5 cards. So let's pop down the same old thing. Let's do the siphon thing again. If they're going to leave HQ open, well, we have to take full advantage of it. And let's run HQ. Or, yeah, let's run HQ now. Hopefully they leave it open still, and we can take a better look next turn. Still see Audacity. So Audacity and Trickle Light, 2 of their 6 cards. Hopefully no ice. That way we can see the entire hand. Interesting. Okay, we have to take a look at that first. Then we can do this Counter Surveillance. Because this is Chrysium Grid, and it's going to cause us some issues. So let's run HQ first. At the very least we get an Obelisk. Not as successful an Obelisk as we would have liked. See Trigger Light again, how boring. It is Chrysium Grid. So we'll trash it almost for free. And we draw 2 cards, which is fantastic. Let's put down the Counter Surveillance. Let's do it for HQ. Try and see something other than Trick of Light and Audacity at this stage. Trigger Light. Jackson. Yeah, let's go to him. Even though it costs us the iron price. Consulting visit. And Trigger Light. Okay then. Let's draw in case of boom. Max hand size of 9 is going to make us more difficult to kill, but not impossible. I don't know if they top decked that or if we just missed it. But now we're in a bit of a bind. So let's have it worse. We can rebirth into our friend Omer, but you kind of want to do that when you've wizard. So instead we're just going to siphon again. Good old Netrunner. So next turn we need to start checking out R&D. We have another Counter Surveillance to fire, so it kind of depends on what the size is. If it's just an ice wall, it's not terrible. It will stop us, of course. Yeah, let's run R&D. Just try and keep them off top decking stuff. I should nearly have jacked out there. We see Colossus, good to know. And we see a planned assault, which is good, but not just yet. Let's draw the hard way. We can afford to inject because we'll throw away the MK Ultra as well. We lose an Eater, which is unfortunate. Play the gamble. So if they take money here, we have to go for a planned assault account siphon. And I apologise, I'm the worst kind of person. This is the first time in a little while that we've gotten the draw that we need. However, Audacity, the fact that they have an Atlas token, all of these things cause the problems. Well, that's one way to prevent us from siphoning them, is to keep themselves poor by advancing this on R&D. Now we can try and put them off resing it, because if it's a code gate we can currently break it, assuming we can never find the breaker. Yeah, let's try and get a deep dig on R&D. At the very least we'll get them to res it. Hopefully if they do res it, we can find our cutlery fairly fast. Nope, we're going to see 6. And if they do use the Atlas token, they will reshuffle. Yeah, that makes sense. So obviously we're going to have to take pokes at HQ to prevent that. Carbon deck, Hanson Rose, let's get rid of that. Don't want to be dealing with it. Firewall, Atlas will take, and that is an important one. That's less important, but it's still good. Crisium, yeah, let's get rid of it. We have the money, it prevents us from doing what we want to do. So now, can we get one of the 6 cards? We're well over in terms of hand size. Some of these we may not need. And 2 pokes is more important. We can just get rid of whatever happens to be there. If we can get this Atlas, we are in a good spot, but I just keep seeing Trick is a Light. And Cobra, good to know. So we will get rid of, if I can find any of these cards, MK Ultra. Let's see what else. Other copy of Obelus is fine. What else do we want to get rid of? 3 more. Planned Assault is good. Although we do have Siphon, same old thing, Siphon, Deja Vu Siphon. So possibly not that relevant. Day Job. We can get rid of A Spoon at least. And one more. Do we need 2 Liberateds? Gives them Liberator or Day Job. Either way, we're spending a lot of money and a lot of time. So this one had us 6 for our turn. Day Job gets us 8. So that makes that Liberator a little more flexible though as well. Because you can obviously leave 8 on it. Make it a more tempting prospect for them to trash. Here goes the other Atlas then. Okay, so time to put down medium and start running a lot. See Hortum, that's fine. We did trash quite a few things on our counter surveillance run as well, so we should be able to get a fresh access or 2. Hortum, hedge fund. And they're a little while off using the hedge fund, which is good news for us. A lot of economy coming up. So take 3 is the obvious choice. And then we'll see what the story is with R&D as well. No, they're going to try and draw. So that'll give us extra fresh looks. And only leaving themselves on 2 credits, which means even next turn they can't quite get up to hedge fund range. If this is Ice Wall or Quandary or something ridiculous, they can't be Quandary. If it is Ice Wall, they can stop us. We're going to see a lot of cards, we'll also draw a lot of cards. And this is where our game can really accelerate. Hedge fund, IPO, Jackson, let's get rid. Hedge fund. So they're about to have all of the money. I guess we have to go again. Can only play that as first click. I could put down the same old thing to goad them into trashing it, siphoning themselves basically. Let's run R&D again, because they have a lot of money cards coming up. Well, there's a hostile at least. And Brian Stinson. I don't think we're going to sink to enough credits. We've only the one. I think we leave it. Let's run again. Even though if we do trash it, we would have gotten an extra look. Because Purge is looking pretty tempting here as well. Let's leave it for the moment. Another Colossus. Corpus Sales Team. So getting closer. And we have to get rid of 2. We can probably discard our I've Had Worse. Probably discard our Plascrete. We're going to be difficult enough to kill, I think. I hope. And I think Day Job. I think the likes of Martians, other account siphons, that'll be enough for us. Yep, Purge comes in. That makes sense. So now we can take a look at archives. We can take a look at their hand. So Martians, take a look at archives, go for their hand, and maybe try and find our paper clip. So draw first is always the good way to go. Although, I talked about Martians so much and then forgot it's a priority. So don't do that. Hordem, Colossus, some big things in here. 2 Jacksons gone, which is good news for us. 2 Chrisms gone. Let's go for their hand. Possibly they have an agenda. 1 in 5 shot. Hedge fund. Well, we knew that was there. And Slums doesn't do much for us. Let's draw again, I think. Inject. I think Slums is fine. And I think we don't need Plascrete. And what else? Everything else I kind of want. Maybe Spooned. Well, we've 2 Liberateds. Top of all our Siphons, Deja Vus, same old things. And Martians. I think we're okay with our Liberated. Hopefully we'll be able to finish the game before it comes to that. And if not, I'm going to just run aground. So icing up HQ, that makes sense. And now, let's Martians, because we talked about it. Get ourselves 6 credits. Possibly could have waited. We lose Inject. No. We lose Black Orchestra and Eater. Keep a Deja Vu. So 11 in hand, and that's okay. Let's run R&D. Let's see if they want to keep us out. If not, we can start charging up medium again. And if they do, we can always rebirth into Omer. We will draw a card, which will hopefully be Paperclip. Actually, we may need to Deja Vu for an Eater. Although if we can find our Paperclip, we'll eventually be fine. And we won't need it. Just see a hedge fund. And we find an Eater. So that works as well. Let's put it down just in case. They're starting to get a bit of money, so I think we're going to have to throw the old account siphons their way again. Because they can credit hedge fund IPO. Seems like a good turn for them. So we have 3 Deja Vus plus the same old thing on the board. And here's all the money. So time to try and tick all of that away. And I apologize. Nothing like someone going, hey, I watch your videos. You're like, oh, thanks. Now, time to be a monster by just throwing billions of account siphons at you. So our turn here is siphon, siphon. We can say one thing siphon, as they alluded to us doing before. And that will give us easy access to HQ as well, or to R&D I should say. So we'll leave it off. We only have to siphon them twice now. We can break, and we're basically only spending 1 credit. And we'll siphon again. For 2, 1 real credit. And then we'll go R&D, which also gets us a lot of draw. And everything is wonderful. This is how Hate Bear and Martian Hate Bear are supposed to work. Actually, in saying that, we haven't found... Oh yeah, we used them quite early. And they were somewhat good for us. We could Deja Vu and just go for it. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Might as well just see half the deck. Yeah, this time we'll trash him. Only costs us 1 credit, plus we'll be able to see more cards. Do we run again? Yeah, let's run again while the going is good. Next turn, if this doesn't do it, we'll just Deja Vu for Counter Surveillance and go for the big, massive dig. Ship him from 10 in. Not applicable. Ice Wall. Where are their agendas? So we may have to even Counter Surveillance our hand just to make sure they're not playing games on us. Credit, trash, same old thing. Yeah, let's stop mucking around. Let's go deep. Deja Vu for... There it is. Counter Surveillance. Install Counter Surveillance, and then do it to R&D. So we get to see 10 cards as opposed to mediums less than that. Now the alternative is they take an agenda into hand. Yeah. Oh no, Beanstalk Royalties. Interesting. I kind of thought they might go for I don't know which has taken effect here. I thought they might go for the agenda, which we just got. No. The reshuffle effect worked well for us. Ooh, Titanium. So yeah, that's how Martian Hate Bear is supposed to work. I think that run prioritized medium as opposed to Counter Surveillance. I'm not sure if that's how things are supposed to go. Maybe something to look at. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and thank you very much for watching the two games.